Close your eyes. Let's start this session with 3 rounds of Omkara. Opening prayer. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Yoga Ganapati Mula Mantra. Om Ham Sangam Bhagavate Nitya Yoga Yuktaya Satchidananda Rupine Vinayakaya Namaha. Dakshinamurti Guru Stotra. Ishvaro Gururātmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavadvyaptadehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Vivekananda Prarthana. Namah Shri Yatirajaya Vivekananda Suraye Satchit Sukhaswarupaya Swamine Tapaharine Swamine Tapaharine. Samarasya prayer for harmony. Om Sangachatvam Samvadatvam Sampo Manamsi Janata Deva Bhagayatha Purve Sanjanana Upasate Samano Mantra Samiti Samani Samanam Manasah Chittamesham Samanam Mantram Abhimantrayevaha Samanena Vo Avishajuhomi Samani Va Akutihi Samana Hrudayani Vaha Samanamastu Omanaha Yathavassu Sahasati. Panchangam. Adyatana Panchangam. पंचविंशत्यधिक एकशतोत्तर पंचसहस्रतम कलियुगाब्दः श्री शोभकृत नाम संवत्सर उत्तरायणं हेमंत ऋतुः पौषमास कृष्णपक्षः एकादशी तिथिः ज्येष्ठा नक्षत्रं व्याघ्रात योगः बालवकरणं कुजवासरः. Today's day 6th of February 2024 Tuesday. Tithescha shriyamapnoti varadayushvardhanam nakshadradharate papam yogat roganivaranam karanat कार्यसिद्धिश्च पंचांगफलमुत्तमम्. सर्वेषां शुभम्. श्लोका फ्रॉम गीता. ऊर्ध्वं गच्छन्ति सत्त्वस्था मध्ये तिष्ठन्ति राजसः जगन्यगुणवृत्तिस्था अधो गच्छन्ति तामसः.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Suprabhatam. Today we have this shloka Urdhvam Gachanti Sattvasthaha. We will see the word split quickly. Urdhvam Gachanti Sattvasthaha Madhye Tishthanti Rajasaha, Jaganya Gunavrittisthaha is one compound term. Adhaha, Gachanti, Tamasaha. So this is how the word is split. The various manifestations or the experiences of Sattva, Rajas and Tamas we are seeing in this chapter. So Rajasik Pralayam Gatva, Tamasik Pralayam Gatva, all those experiences, how people allowing the dominance of one or the other guna, what are all the experiences they undergo, we are seeing. Now this shloka says, people who ensure that their life is guided, dominated, there is a preponderance of sattva. So where do they go? Gachanti. Gachati means to go. Gachanti, they go. So sattvasthaha means those who are sattve tishthanti iti sattvasthaha. Those who are established in sattva. What is the meaning of being established in sattva? Aharastapi sarvasya trividho bhavati priyaha yajñas tapas tatha dhanam. So in all these practices, beginning with ahara, vihara, and then dana, tapas, in all these activities, if one adopts the sattvic model, all that is explained in chapter 17 and 18, at least 10 divisions of expressing oneself in all these things are mentioned. So what is it? What does it mean when you say sattva? Staying in sattva means having आयु सत्व बलारोग्य सुख प्रीति विवर्धनाः रस्याः स्निग्धाः स्थिराः हृद्याः आहाराः सात्विक प्रियाः. So satvika priya ahara, consuming food that is a sattvic in nature, everything has been defined. So adopting a sattvic way of life throughout the life, not just one day and then checking your BMI or something like that, no. So taking it as a lifestyle change. Sattve tishtati, staying in sattva or being in sattva if one leads the life. There is enough guidance in our Shastra, including the Bhagavad Gita, how to stay in sattva. Or what does a Rajasic person do? And then what a Tamasic person do? All the classifications are very clear. So sattve tishtati, so those who ensure that throughout their life they maintain their sattvic state of living in various walks of life. So then what happens? Gachanti, they go. Everyone has to go. One day or the other, we have to go. But where do we go? So that is very important. Sattvasthaha urdhvam gachanti. So those who are established in sattva throughout their life, they ascend upwards. So they go to higher worlds. Acharya Shankara says, urdhvam gachanti devalokadishu utpadyante. So those who are established throughout in their life in sattva, they during transmigration, they go to the Devaloka. What are the Devalokas? Is it something hidden from our eyes? No. There are two possible explanations as to what Devaloka is. Bhagavad Gita, if you take the internal evidence, going by the textual methodology again, going by the internal evidence in Bhagavad Gita, we have Daivasura Sampat. So what does being born as a Deva means? So being born, if you ensure that you lead a sattvic way of life, then in the next birth, of course, be it Buddhism, Jainism or Hindu Dharma, everywhere rebirth is a accepted fact in our philosophy, in our systems and lifestyle practices. Even Ayurveda accepts it. So there is going to be a rebirth. When we are born again, we will be born as gods if we maintain a sattvic way of life. What is being born as a god? So two ways of explaining that is there. As going by the internal evidence, being born as a god means being born with all positive traits. No need for any kind of reworking on yourself. You are already programmed. Your default setting itself is very positive. You are already in a higher plane. Abhayam sattva samshuddhihi jnana yoga vyavasthitihi dhanam damascha yajñascha swadhyayaha tapa. Most disciplined, most focused, most calm way of life, very clear about what to do next. So such clarity, you will be born with such clarity, they are devas. So one explanation to what being born as gods means. So now and here, we can explain here in a practical way. Another explanation is our Hindu Dharma, the philosophy, the framework here says that below we have 7 lokas and above we have 7 lokas and below we have 7 lokas. That is Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha, Mahaha, Janaha, Tapaha, Satyam. 7 lokas above and then 7 lokas below, Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Kalatala, Rasatala, Mahatala, Patala. So these are the 7 lokas below and we are in the middle, which is which loka? Bhuloka. Okay. So we are in the middle. So the higher realms means, if you see the third, in the 3rd chapter there is a sutra, Yoga Sutra, Bhuvana Jnanam Surya Sanyama. In that sutra, all these 7 lokas above, 7 lokas below are explained. Especially the 7 lokas, Bhuvana Jnanam. This Bhuvana means the entire creation, what it is made up of. What does it mean to be born in higher and higher realms? In higher and higher realms, the distractions will be lesser. Just like a person who has studied well, just now the net exams etc. are over and scores a very good percentage, JRF is also given. So then his distraction to earn for a livelihood is not there. He is placed in a comfortable position, the fellowship is coming, livelihood is taken care of, you can focus on research. So if you are a researcher, then further you progress. So in this way, you will be privileged. You will be born in a privileged place. What does that privilege means? Lesser distraction. So as one progresses from Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, all this is explained not by me. Vyasacharya, who has commented upon Bhuvana Jnanam Surya Sanyama, he has explained that. So in Satyaloka, their Dhyana Aharaha, their Ahara itself is Dhyana. Their food consumption, they don't eat any food as we do. They are happy in meditating along. Completely their life is turned that way. They are not worried about roti, kapada, makan, all this, no. So they are totally focused, highly privileged that way. Who will attain those? Those who maintain a sattvic state of life. Similarly, in the Olympics, who will score a gold medal? Whoever has maintained that systematic practice, that momentum that he has created will lead to once you get an Olympic medal, then your life is taken care of. You get a government job, you get so many gifts coming to you. All that comes because you have maintained a very strict kind of practice regimen. So in the same way, when you take it to the life journey itself, a person who maintains the sattvic way of life, which is all clearly laid down in the Shastras, especially in Bhagavad Gita, you will be privileged to move to higher and higher worlds where there is minimum chitta vritti or chitta vikshepas. Chitta vikshepas will be, here we have to fight. Every other day, so many distractions, so many worries, so many concerns, so much of stress. All that finally, when I think of God, or finally I'll get only 1 second, think about where I am, why am I born here, what is the purpose of life. You get only a glimpse, only a taste, only a limited time to think about all those things in this life of human beings. Whereas, if you maintain that sattva way of life in this birth, then a person is born in higher and higher realms. When a person reaches that Satyaloka, Brahmana saha te sarve samprapte pratisanchare parasyante kritatmanaha pravishyanti parampadam. From there, no dropping down. Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha. This is a path of going and coming. Once you break through that Suvaha, then Mahaha, Janaha, Tapaha, Satyam. These are higher meditative planes. From there, no dropping down into the Bhuloka. So hence, a person is assured of moksha in those, and all that is powered by Sattvaloka. That is what is Sattva can propel us to that level. Sattvic way of life can propel us to that. Then Madhye Tishtanti Rajasaha. So Urdhvaloka is all about Ekagra and Niruddha states of mind. Some of the independent commentators on Yoga Sutra, they say Devas are endowed with Ekagrata and that Niruddha state of mind. So that characterizes the Devaloka in a yogic terminology. And then Madhye Tishtanti Rajasaha. Acharya Shankara also comments madhye tishtanti manusyeshu utpadyante. So those who are not worried about their sattvic way of life, they lead a rajasic way of life. Again, all those definitions are there in the 18th, 16th, 17th, 18th chapter, which we will explore. Those are very interesting chapters that will come up, and very, very close to very many inputs are there, based on which we can reflect upon how we are living now and here. So those who adopt a rajasic way of life, full of ambition, full of goals, and so many kind of worldly, materialistic pursuits, madhye tishtanti. As I said, they go up, come down. Go up, come down. So bhuhu, bhuvaha, suvaha, then come back to bhuhu, then somehow ascend to swargaloka, that is swargaloka, then come back. In our tradition, going to heaven is not a permanent position. Maybe in other religions, you do a punya karma, you have eternal Swarga. No, there is no eternal Swarga in our tradition. That is only a tenure. Only a tenure, from there you come back. So Rajasic people, madhye tishtanti. They may rise, but they come back to that Manushya Loka. But Jaganya, and as I mentioned, Manushya Loka is beset with so much of distraction, so many worries, concerns. That's why we need yoga. So Manushya Loka again needs a lot of yoga therapy and practices, because we are madhya tishtanti. We are staying in the middle, exposed to so many distractions, worries, etc. And then about our more dear friends, Jaganya Gunavrittisthaha. Jaganya means lower. Jaganya Guna means the lower Guna. Lower Guna is, we have spoken about Sattva and Rajas. What is the lower Guna? Tamas. So Jaganya Guna, the lower Guna, Vritti. Those who allow the vritti means the expression of the tamo guna, those who stay in that, those who are established in the expression of the tamo guna in the various walks of life, what happens to them? No prizes for guesses. Adho gachanti tamasaha. They stoop lower, lower and lower. And interestingly, Acharya Shankara mentions, what is adhogamana, lower way of life? Here we see those who Nidra, Alasyadi, Vritti, those who are always giving into their dormant and the negative kind of way of life, what happened to them? Pashwadishu utpadyante. They are born as animals. They are born as animals. It is not derogatory that we don't, animals are not helpful, it's not that way. Animals also are jivatmas, plants are also jivatmas, but what is the scope of evolution in them to higher states? As Aurobindo would say, supramental consciousness. Is it possible from an animal way of life? What are they concerned with in an animal way of life? Ahara, Nidra, Bhaya, Maithuna. These are the four things that characterizes an animal. That is Ahara, food. What is my next food? Where will I go and eat my next leaf or branch, etc. Ahara, concerned with the food. Nidra, I had my tummy full. Is there any shady place I can go and sleep? It is not concerned about bank balance or future security, no. So next, I had food, I have to go and sleep. Ahara, Nidra, Bhaya, fear. Someone is taking a stick, then I have to run away. That's all. It's all about inter and Maithuna, reproduce. So these are the four things an animal is concerned with, and its life is defined. Sum total of its life is centered on these four. Do we want to live a life like this? Jayasva, Mriyasva. Be born, die. Born, die. Just like a mosquito, unfortunately. That is also a jivatma in the greater perspective. But it sits on us, it bites us, that's all. We hit and its life is done. Again it will be born in some other life like that, life form like that. So, if we don't want to enter into such a Pashuloka, so we have to move to, as Guruji used to say, we have to elevate, sublimate our existence into Rajas, and then finally to Sattva. Then we are privileged to be born in greater lokas with no kshipta or mudha or vikshipta vrittis. We will be endowed with ekagra and niruddha vrittis, which will lead us to the ultimate purushartha, that is moksha.
Good morning. Jai Shri Ram. Today we have a guest from Hyderabad. I am very happy to introduce him to all of you. Adaraniya Shri Surabhi Bhumrao. Surabhi Bhumrao. Basically he is a teacher, Then now he is heading the Labour Association of All India, Contract Labour. He is also a leader of Bharatiya Janata Party, Hyderabad. Now he is going to having association center, Vyasa Affiliation Center in Hyderabad. We are happy to introduce him and also welcome this person.
सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः.
वन्दे मातरं वन्दे मातरं सुजला सुफला मलयज शीतला सस्यश्यामला मातरं वन्दे शुभ्रज्योत्स्ना पुलकितयामिनी फुल्लकुसुमिता द्रुमदलशोभिनी सुहासिनी सुमधुरभाषिणी सुखदा वरदा मातरं वन्दे वंदे मातरम. भारत माता की वंदे. थैंक यू. हैव अ नाइस डे.